All right, here we go. 3.0 speed, 10% incline, treadmill talks. Actually wanted to ask you guys because Dennis commented on it. My head kind of bounces all over the place because I'm using a cell phone stand, and I did that on purpose because I really want you guys to have the effect that I'm walking on the treadmill. But let me know if that makes any of you a little bit too dizzy, get you a little seasick, and I'll try and figure something out with that. So, anyway, yesterday I'm hanging out with a good friend of mine. Went to go eat at one of our favorite restaurants for breakfast. And this guy's a gangster. He busts my balls because I tell him to. Make sure that he always goes hard on me. He always asks me the difficult questions to get to where I need to go. How am I going to get you guys to where you need to go if I'm not getting myself to where I need to go? And I'm making my new transition from fighting full-time and training full-time to going more into the world of just helping people achieve the goals that they can get to, achieve their very best situation for them personally. And the craziest thing, when you take a lot of weight off of so many different individuals, it's a much bigger psychological game than people realize sometimes. It's easy to lose weight. It really is. But it's when you get through those mental barriers. Once you pass the mental barrier to losing the weight is the easiest process that you can do, because it is a follow step-through-step process. Do A, B, C, D, and you're going to expect this result every single time. And I mean every single time. There's no creativity that needs to be brought about it. Now, to make it a lifestyle, that's when you got to get creative. But just to lose the weight in the first place, not hard to do. And I'm very thankful for all of the clients that I've had throughout the years, because they learn from me and I learn from them. I'm always trying to pick up different ways on how to help people, how to put people in a position to be successful for themselves. And one of those most important ways that I've always realized is you have to be happy. And when people ask, what does it mean to be happy? Happy is not only something that you consciously have to do, but it is a form of action. Being happy to success, whatever your success may be, is a form of happiness. When you get past certain barriers, you break through certain walls, and even if you did doubt yourself, you break through that wall, there's not a better feeling than that. And so, getting a person past I guess it would be called the superficial of why they're losing the weight. I'm losing the weight for such and such reason. It's usually a very superficial reason. Usually. Not always. But when you can get past that, when you get to your true why, and the proper eating and the taking care of yourself, and understanding yourself and being aware of yourself, the fact that you feel so much better as an individual when you're eating the proper foods, when you're eating cleaner foods, when you're exercising properly, when you're keeping your mind sharp, everything else becomes much easier, because then you're going to incorporate true lifestyle change, true overall lifestyle change. And that's what I want to give to people, you know. So anyway, talking with my friend, and he has one of the most interesting stories to tell me. So it was his financial advisor, my friend's financial advisor, was talking to, he hired a coach. And this coach was known as being the man. He took you to the next level that you needed to get to. If you were serious about what you wanted to do, this was the guy to go to. Anyway, the financial advisor ended up paying him $10,000. Pretty steep amount right there. Pays him $10,000. So his coach comes in. He asked the financial advisor, what's the number one thing that you want to do on your vision board? And he goes, well, if I had to say the number one thing I wanted to do on my vision board, it would be to climb Mount Everest. So the guy goes, all right, let's get started. You ready? And the guy comes up with every excuse in the book. Well, no, I can't. Got too much on my plate right now. I got a wife and kids. I got this job. I thought you were supposed to help me with my financial business and take me to the next level. Anyway, the coach, he says to him, let me know when you've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and have a nice day. Shakes his hands and walks out. I'm talking to my boy Pat, and he goes, it was literally a 2-minute conversation. 2 minutes. $10,000 for 2 minutes. Anyway, fast forward a year later, the guy said, he calls him up. He goes, I did it. I climbed Kilimanjaro. He said Mount Everest. The guy said Kilimanjaro. It's the same mountain. But anyway, he said he climbed Mount Everest. And he's like, all right, now we can get to the real work. This guy became one of the best financial advisors that you could find, because he conquered something. He conquered his biggest, whatever you want to call it, dream, fear, whatever it was, he conquered it. He ran through it. Because once you run through that, nothing can stop you. And that's what it comes down to. Like, even me, as having the fighting career that I've had, look, this isn't an act. I'm a nice guy just by nature, just what I like to do. So coming in and fighting another human being, that was probably the hardest thing that I ever could have done. Why do I do it? Or why did I do it? I like the sport of it, honestly. I liked the martial arts part and the aspect of it. But when it comes to hurting human beings, I'm not really for hurting another human being. The only thing about fighting is it's two people are signing a contract. So it's two people in agreement. And that was one of the hardest things to do. The fighting aspect was always actually the hardest part for me to do. The training for it, I loved it. The techniques, learning the techniques, I loved it. But literally getting out there in front of hundreds of thousands of people, cheering your name, I love that part too, actually. I love getting my name cheered. The moment before you step into that cage, whoo, that's hard. That was one of the hardest things I could do. But damn, it took me to a new level. And that guy climbing Kilimanjaro, you know what? I might try climbing Kilimanjaro, just saying it so many times. Why not? I already do the Wim Hof techniques. I might as well try that myself. I might bring you guys along for the journey. So I already called it out on YouTube, so it might be official. But when you do something that's just so audacious, that's rare for people to do, it's just kind of like, well, damn. Because let me tell you, not everyone believes the thing that I said I was gonna do. Until, holy crap, he always does what he says he's gonna do. Even when I did that 500 subscriber challenge, I was like, I'm looking at it like, I'm a crazy son of a gun right here to be trying this, but why not? Why not? You only live once. But damn, the one thing you know is when you fail, failure just means you can do it again and just do it better next time. That's all that means. I look at failure as, okay, next, what do we do next? What do we do next? And I'm sure that financial advisor, after he climbed Kilimanjaro, he didn't have too many doubts on anything else anymore. Everything became quite easy for him after that. And respect to that man. And the funny thing is, my style is, I want people to be hard on me. I love it. I embrace it. Two-family household. Like I said, had a great dad, had a crappy dad. Had one guy leave me. Another guy stepped in for his place. He said, in his own actions, because words mean absolutely nothing to me, but in his actions, he became my dad. He did the things that needed to be taught to me. He put me in a position to realize that I had strength. In fact, that poem on the bully that I was talking about, he instilled the confidence in me to believe in myself, to even stand up to my bully in the first place. And my mom, what a strong woman she was. You know, she did the best she could under the circumstances she had. She had me young. She was 19 when she had me. But damn, if she didn't do everything in her power, because think about it, you're 19, you're gonna make mistakes. You have a kid at 19, good luck. Me and my wife had a kid, I'm 36, and it's still hard. I could only imagine what that feels like at 19. But she did what she had to do. You know, she learned through the process of being a mother. And she was a very strong mother. And so I had two people to build a base for me. And this is the thing that always drives me crazy. Because everybody talks about how there's just some people who are just great. And some people just aren't. And whenever I ask the question like, Cliff, you're just great by nature. Now, I'm not talking about myself saying that to myself, because that would be just too damn cocky. That would be ridiculous. But I'm saying when I'm talking to other people, I want to find a way to build other people up. And then they say, you just shine bright naturally. Bull crap. It's not true. Everyone can shine. Everyone has the opportunity to shine. Some people they always say only God can judge me. And to me that means nobody knows your situation. I have to know your situation before I can help you change your situation. I'll bust your balls, just like my boy Pet busts mine, because I care. But I need you to know that I care first. It's easy to say all the hard stuff. And so, wrap around, I go, Petro, absolute respect to the financial advisor. That is awesome. But he was in a position to pay $10,000. He's already in a solid position. He had to somewhere be in a solid position to say, I have $10,000 to spare. Because let's be honest, not everybody has $10,000 to say, here you go. Usually when you're in that position, most likely, I don't like umbrella statements, but your odds of having a different mindset in life are already different. Mindset's huge. I'm not discounting that. But I've seen really broken down people, especially in the fitness industry, really broken down people. The funny thing is, I trained a couple psychologists. They're sometimes the most broken in here. And they know it. They admit it. one girl broke down crying to me, telling me, Cliff, I'm really messed up in the head. I go, you know what? We all have something. Now it's about figuring out how to get past it. We'll figure it out together. We'll figure it out together. And just right there, just saying that gave her strength. I can't be the guy to go to someone and say, well, sucks to be you. I'm going to give you a shot. I always give a person a shot. And some people need a few more shots than others. But like my channel states, I believe there's greatness in everybody. Every one of you. And if for this 25-minute conversation I'm walking on the treadmill with you, and just for 1 second, you believe it, 24 minutes, 59 seconds, you don't believe in yourself, but that 1 second, try and hang on to that 1 second. That's all I can tell you. Try and hang on to that 1 second the best you can. I know it can be hard sometimes. And the other thing, there's a community here. Like I said, if there's anyone having a hard, difficult time, put it in the comments below. I know it would be hard. I know it would be difficult. But I'm telling you, the people in this community will help you rise up too. That's what's so cool about all of this. I got so many special people in this community that I don't have to do it on my own anymore. That's what it is. I don't feel like I have to do it on my own, and that's what's always made it easier. Me as a personal trainer, I've always done group training. Why do I do group training? Well, as an athlete, they naturally train you as a group. My boy PM Dre, he's getting his training on. I don't know. I know he lives in Canada. I don't know if he's ever been an athlete. He looks like an athlete, and I think he would tell you the same. When you get them in a group environment, all you have to do is push the group. Once you push the group, just even one leader in the group, everyone's going to follow line. And that's what it comes down to here, is everybody falling into place, putting it together, bringing out the greatness in people. We're growing. We're growing, and we're gonna change people's lives day by day, helping people find the greatness that they deserve to have in this world. You know, one day at a time, bringing people hand in hand, all shapes and sizes alike. Met a couple new great friends. Honestly, I'm meeting friends through friends. This is what's so cool about this journey. I got my girl Melissa O'Brien, who's been supporting me since almost day one, and she's introduced me to Zach from ThinkShare, and then I got to meet another lovely lady, Gemma, from this whole process through Zach, and I'm probably going to meet another cool person through Gemma, and it's just going to keep growing, and we're going to build a community of people who just do great things. And also met a guy, Coach Eli, cool dude, I like him. And I don't know about the MGTOW community or any of that stuff. I wish everyone the best. I always do. I've never been big about bashing other channels. The cool thing is we have the ability to delete comments. We have power on our channel, which is nice. I'll always take on a challenge, but at the same time, I don't need negative, toxic stuff on my channel. I don't. I haven't. Honestly, I've only had one comment that was bad that I had to delete. But it really comes down to, I don't hate them. I don't have anything against anyone who's in a dark place. I really don't. I wish them the very best too. It emotionally does break some people down, and it hurts people, and it charges them, because they say, hey, don't take it personally. it's hard not to take it personally. I get it. My personal thing, if it can help anybody, a person who's negatively bashing you can only hurt you if you allow them to hurt you. Always remember that. Now, that doesn't mean you won't feel it. Someone negatively hurts me, I'll feel it for a second. But it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day because I have control of what I feel like and how I feel. And if that person wants to hurt me or attempt to hurt me, I give them the keys to hurt me. Or not. Because they're like, yeah, okay. They said something kind of messed up. And I wish them the best. I actually got an interesting story for you now that I mention it. So, back in the day when I was training with a friend of mine, me and him and a couple other trainers, we got together, started this training business. And I had to get out. We had a difference of opinion on how we were training, and I had to train somewhere else. And I told him I had to train somewhere else. And I was going to send a text to everybody that trains at the spot that I was training at. And so I made sure I asked with him first. I go, is this an okay text to send? Because I can't just tell people, I can't not let them know that I'm leaving. I gotta let them know I'm leaving. He reads the text. Yeah, that's fine. I send the text. 30 people cancel. I don't remember what the time was. It's like 15 or 20 minutes, something around there. He goes nuts. What did you do? I go, dude, I just sent the text that you approved for me to send. He goes, we got 30 people who canceled. I go, I'm a good trainer, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I knew that was going to happen. I'm a lot of these girls and guys' favorite trainer. He goes, I wish you would have just talked to me longer about it. I'm like, there was nothing longer to talk about. We had talked about it. I had told you what I was going to text. You agreed it. And it was fine. So, one of my girls ends up texting me. And she's like, this girl's like a sister to me. She's always had my back. Love her to death. So she texts me and sends me the text. And she says, you know what they're saying about you? And I go, no, I don't. So she forwards me the text. And it's not the nicest thing. I'm apparently stealing money. They go, Clifford stole like $8,000. $8,000 from us. And then I'm going to double charge them at the new place that I'm training at. And some more explicit stuff that I won't talk about. So she ends up calling me later. And she's livid. Livid. Do you see what they said about you? They're trying to tarnish your name, blah, 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 blah. I go, blank. It's hard not to say her name, but because especially when I get into the story, but to my girl, I say, look, do you think I would do that? She goes, absolutely not. That's what I'm talking. She goes, you need to start texting everybody else. And I'm like, all that matters is that you don't think I would do it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Because I want people who believe in me anyway. I go, if anything, he's only helping my cause. Because if anyone believes in that mess that he's copping out, why would I want them as a follower? I don't want them. So he's really just helping me in the long run. And she's a fiery one. She's a Scorpio. You know, they have those stingers. So she's like, we should just... She goes, are you sure, Cliff? Like, I'm like, I'm sure. I go, if anyone believes him, he's only helping my cause. If I start going on a back and forth tangent with, no, I would never, blah, 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 I have to defend myself. If I defend myself, they really weren't there to train with me anyway. Long story short, everyone took my side. Everybody took my side. I didn't have to fight fire with fire. And that's the thing, sometimes you do, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's people out there who will tarnish and run through your name. But most of the time, if you have strong enough character and self, if you believe in yourself enough, everything else is just a walk in the park. No one can touch you. I haven't had a lot of people trying to tarnish my name. A select few, and it's never happened. It's never worked. I stand by what I stand by. I treat people by what I am. And it's always been a very easy subject matter to do. I go, just be what you were meant to be. Be what you are. Everything else falls into place from there. Oh, I'm past the 25-minute mark. Got into that story. But anyway, let's keep going a little bit more. So, for anyone who has any doubts in themselves, fears of themselves, disbeliefs on yourself, remember, you can use that as energy too. It's not the best kind of energy, but it's energy nonetheless. And you can use that to drive through what you need to drive through. And be great on the way that you need to be great. Use it differently. Don't use it as a reason to freeze up. Use it as a reason to move, to act on what goals you're looking to act on and to achieve. Like I say, I know there's greatness in every one of us. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for sitting here and chatting with me, or walking with me and chatting with me, if I should say. Take care, everybody.